Bill Ross, an investor from Boulder, Colorado, very close to my home, says that he spent his career investing in smaller middle market companies in the US who operate in unique niches with regional or super regional business models. Uh, why discourage small regional businesses? Um Thousands of them with narrowly focused markets could together um, help millions of people just like one big business could. Bill, my point is not to discourage small businesses or any businesses, but if you're going to put a lot of effort and energy and time into creating a new business, why not give preference to businesses that could, if successful, reach 100 million customers? Um, it takes a great deal of startup energy to get a company started. So, as an example, if you have a choice of starting 10 different types of businesses, why not give preference to those businesses that, if successful, could also be started with some adaptation to differences in regional and national markets to many other marketplaces and eventually reach a huge scale. In fact, some of the major multinationals operating today started as small local businesses that grew rapidly to be national and then international businesses. Um, I'll give an example. A very common example is the example of drinking water. People in rural villages all over the world who live on, say, $2 a day or less, have common problems with safe drinking water. For some of these villages, like in eastern India or the Gangetic Delta in other countries, they have access to shallow tube wells or shallow hand dug wells. And many of them are contaminated, so they get sick from drinking bad water. You can develop a model that can reach significant scale, say in eastern India, where we've started in the state of Odisha. That alone has more than 40 million population, and most of them are drinking water that makes them sick, and most of them are rural. So if we develop a model there, which is based on partnering with local Kirana shopkeepers, there are more than 10 million of them all over India, then why can't we use that same model to partner with small shopkeepers in other villages in India? We'd have to adapt it. So if we go from Odisha, where the water is shallow, to Bihar, where there are deeper tube wells, they still have problems with contaminated water. We just have to adapt the model. If we go from there to another country, like let's say Bangladesh, it's actually very similar to Gangetic Delta context in Odisha. If we go to Pakistan, the land holdings are larger and wells may be somewhat deeper, but you still have the same problem. So rather than spend the energy starting a small regional business that is very uniquely local and is not applicable to other environments, why not focus on problems that are global and adapt the business model to different cultures and different physical contexts? Um, at the same time, I encourage and support small businesses. They are the backbone of economies in many developing countries. But if you're going to spend some of the time and energy it takes to start a significant business, I would give consistent preference to spending my time and energy on businesses that can eventually, if successful, be scaled and adapted to reach 100 million $2 a day customers and help them become also entrepreneurs who participate in operating, creating, or implementing these national and global businesses.